I'm gonna be honest, this entire banner is just so, what's the word, lackluster, to be totally honest. These 4 stars, they're not it. I'll be honest, they're not it. Hey people, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a Yanfei build. Yes, I'm finally getting around to doing the 4 stars on this banner. I need to do them this week because yeah, as you can see, time remaining. So I'll do Yanfei because of the 4 stars. She's the one I like the most. I'm probably then going to do Chongyun and then Ningguang last because I'm not going to lie, I don't like Ningguang. For me specifically, she's just a bit too complicated. But today, Yanfei, she's the one. Luckily, I actually use her on my my other account, my free-to-play account. She's pretty much, other than Razor, she's the only other person that I have that can be main DPS potential. And she's not bad. I feel like she kind of has a bad rep because she's similar to Klee, and there are like pretty much every pyro character in the game is better than her. I'll be honest. Yeah, she's not atrocious, but she's definitely not who you want to be running endgame, if you get what I mean. Early, like I said, I use her on my free-to-play account and she's working completely fine. It's just, you know, I'm getting further and further into the game and I'm like, okay, I need more damage, Yanfei. And she's just not doing it. But with the build I have today, I can't lie, I'm getting some decent numbers. I'm talking like 25k on my charge shot, which isn't bad, bro. My guy New's getting 25k on her charge shot. So, you know, let's get into it though then. So, Yanfei, I only have her level 70. That's also another thing. The numbers, you should have seen. I probably put on some gameplay that I've done earlier with her to show off what kind of numbers. And that 25k that I was talking about, you probably saw that against the Magikenki nuts. That obviously it helps with because of Vaporize and stuff like that. But we'll get into that later. My build, she's only level 70, 1800 attack, which is actually a lot, really good for level 70. Then I have her on the Dodoko Tails. I know this is supposed to be meant for Klee, but I genuinely just think it just does work better on her because the normal and charge attack is increased, which is what she focuses on, which because of the way that you play her, you use her normal attacks, then you use her charge attacks back to back like that. So I don't know. Anyway, Dodoko Tails level 80 is 400 base attack with 50% attack increase. That's nuts. We have her on a 4-piece Crimson Witch, of course, running obviously a pyro damage goblet with a crit rate headpiece. She is only on C4. She's on 696. And did I miss anything? Oh, the actual stats. She's only 40% crit rate, 80% crit damage. I feel like that's like the lowest your crit rate and crit damage should ever be. 40% to 80%. Energy recharge is alright. Pyro damage is 61%. It could be higher, obviously, but I'm pretty sure I have her on a. Yep, I have her on a purple one of these. Simply because I don't have any other one. So yeah, that's my build. Let's actually go specifically into what options you might have for your build. So, her weapons. Okay, let's get into it with. Of course, her best in slot are going to be the 5 stars, the Skyward Atlas, the Lost Prayers. All of those are obviously going to be best options, hands down. We're going to go for 4 stars, however. Best options are either Solar Pearl, if you need the crit rate, the Wood Sith, if you need the crit damage. Map Mare can also be really good if you want to, you know, cause elemental reactions like Vaporize and stuff like that. But I feel like you would get more use out of the crit damage or the crit rate. And like I said, I do actually think the Dodoko Tails is actually really good on her. It increases the attack percentage and also gives you a boost in your normal and charge attacks. If you don't have those, another one I have Perception is probably like a last resort if you don't have a Dodoko Tails, which is completely free to play, by the way. Everybody who had played the previous event should have gotten this and should have been able to refine it to R5. So this is probably the most free to play friendly option out of all of these. The Solar Pearl is a Battle Pass one, so there is that. But the Wood Sith and the Mappa Mare you can get through just the normal gacha system. And then obviously our perception, like I said, last option pretty much if you don't have any of the others. As for 3 stars, if you are early, twin nephrite, really good because it increases your crit rate. Obviously it has a decent base attack and increases your speed and attack by 20% for 15 seconds, so you can deal damage quicker, which actually helps quite a lot. And then the emerald orb is actually also really good, especially if you're trying to do some reactions, especially early on. Reactions really good. Plus you also get an increase in attack by 40% whenever you use vaporize or any of the other reactions with her, which is pretty much where most of her damage comes from, if I'm being totally honest. That's it for the weapons. If we go on to artifacts, there's pretty much 3 options I would say you can run with. I think the best option is probably the Crimson Witch, because you obviously get the 15% power damage. You also get different amounts of damage increasing depending on which elemental reaction that you do. So it's 40% for Overload and Burning, Vaporize and Melt is increased by 15%, and overall it's just pretty much the best set on her. If you are not running a team comp where you are doing elemental reactions like Vaporize and Melt and all of that stuff, the next best option will probably be Wondrous Troop, because you get the elemental mastery, but that's not what we care about, because if you're using Wondrous Troop, like I said, you're probably not doing the elemental reactions, and instead you want to be able to get the 4-piece effect, which increases the charge attack damage by 35%. That's pretty much only if you don't have like a Hydro character or an Electro character and you just don't care about doing those elemental reactions. But I do, like I said, I do advise that you use elemental reactions because that's where most of the damages come from. And the last set, which I would say is probably the least viable, or it's not the least viable, but it's the one that you wouldn't really, it's last option. I don't think I even have one. Oh my lord. I have 2. Great. The Lava Walker set, don't really care about the 2-piece set. The 4-piece set increases damage against opponents affected by Pyro for 35%. Again, like I said, you don't care about the 2-piece set, so the 2-piece is pretty much a waste. Crimson Witch 4-piece is option 1, Wondrous Troop is option 2, and Lava Walker is option 3 in that order. As for Constellations, she doesn't need Constellations to be good. The Constellations simply just help as with every other character. Talents, I'd say probably Charge Shot is the most important, followed by the Elemental Skill, and then the Elemental Burst is last, because I personally don't use her Elemental Burst that often. Pretty much only on bosses is pretty much the only time I use it, so that's why I say normal attack and then charge attack and then the burst. As for team comps, this is very important because like I said, you want to do the elemental reactions with her. Xingqiu, goated. Xingqiu pretty much with any pyro main DPS is just king of the hill. Like his burst just works with every pyro character, and like I said, Vaporize is so good in this game, so you get really good numbers. Obviously having Bennett there also really helps because her burst actually has an AE energy cost, which is one of the highest in the game. So having Bennett there makes it so he can actually help bring in energy for Yanfei. Not to mention you do also get the increase of attack by 25%, so you can never go wrong. And then last but not least, I have a Zhongli because go right, enough said, I don't need to take any damage. But you could obviously switch it out for like a cryo user to do some melt, maybe like a Fischl or someone to do some overload, anything else if you want some other reactions. A Venti or Sucrose would also really work to do swirl damage. Swirl damage is also really good right next to Vaporize. So yeah, you got quite a few options, but I would say definitely have a Hydro character. Team comps, like I said, really do matter. Getting someone that can do some kind of elemental reaction, because that will help increase the damage that you're doing. And one final thing in terms of the way that you play her playstyle is you need to watch out for these little seals, that red thing that appeared there. Once you've got 3 of them, that's when you want to charge attack, because your charge attack will then do more damage. So let's see, that was a lot of damage. If I just do a charge attack, you can see how small that little stamp thing is, as opposed to when I do it with, there we go, you see that, huge, massive. Plus when you use your elemental skill, you actually get 3 of the seals instantly, so you don't need to 1 2 3 and then boom. So you can go like that, instantly 3 appear. There we go, big numbers, or semi-big numbers I guess. So that there is how to make yourself a very good Yanfei. Let me know in the comments if you have yourself a Yanfei and if there is anything that you think I should change or I need to do differently. This is just going off what I would assume is the best. I don't have any real decent experience in using her. I've only used her for about 2 days at this point, just trying out the characters in Spanish, because like I said, I haven't used any of these really, so just trying to get used to them. But like I said, she is my favorite out of all of these. Chongyun is meh. He's very lackluster. That's the reason why I feel like he's quite an underrated character or underused. Ningguang, like I said, I do not like Ningguang. Aesthetically, yes, but playstyle, no. I hate her. I hate her the way she plays and stuff. But that's me personally, okay? Don't come at me, Ningguang mains, yeah? I don't know. I can't use her, man. But that's me, innit? So I will have videos for these two up very soon, probably within this week. But yeah, that was Yanfei, and she went kind of under the radar. Like, nobody really bigged her up like that when she came out. So yeah, I don't know what really happened. I do think she's good early game. Late game though, I don't think she's very viable, which is probably why she did go so under the radar. But as you saw, she can be useful. She can actually be very useful. So smash the thumbs up if this video helped you out. Subscribe, turn the bell notification to see videos for when these two come out, because Chongyun video will be kind of okay. I'll be honest, it's pretty much very similar to the Bennett build, but watch out for this Ningguang build, because I will probably get pissed off in this build and it'll probably be funny or something. I don't know. That's it for this video. I'll probably also do a Beidou build as well, because you know we had a Beidou, and Beidou's probably like one of my favorite characters to actually use 4 stars wise. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care. Peace.